Ladies and gentlemen, dreamers don't just see the world for what it is, they see it for what it could be. They don't look at the present moment and accept it as the final chapter. No, they envision what can be, what should be, and what might be if only they dare to take that first step. It's a mindset that separates the dreamers from the doubters. Dreamers live with a vision in their hearts, a vision that pushes them to constantly look beyond their current reality. They are not confined by their circumstances, and they refuse to accept the limits that others impose on them. Dreaming big means looking at the world and asking, why not me? Instead of shrinking back and saying, it's not possible. To dream big is to see beyond the confines of the moment. It's to know that the life you want, the success you crave, and the future you desire are all achievable, but they won't come by playing small or sitting still. It requires you to stretch your imagination, to break free from the familiar, and to challenge everything you thought was possible. Dreamers understand that their vision is their true power. It's in the wildest, most audacious goals that they find their strength. They refuse to accept the boundaries that society or even their own minds may try to place around them. Their vision reaches further than the horizon because they understand that the sky is not the limit. It's just the beginning. When you dream big, you are inviting the universe to expand with you. It means you are choosing to be limitless, even if others may try to define you by your past mistakes or your current situation. It's about rejecting the narrative that says you should stay in your lane and play by the rules that someone else wrote. Dreamers write their own rules. They craft their own paths. They know that their potential is not something that can be measured by the standards of others, nor should it be. Your potential is as vast as your vision, and that vision is the key to unlocking the doors to your dreams. There will always be people who try to limit you, people who say it's not possible, people who want you to stay small so they feel comfortable. But dreamers don't listen to those voices. They listen to the call of their heart, the whisper of their dreams, and the fire that burns deep within them. They recognize that the only real limits that exist are the ones they place on themselves. If you want to dream big, you have to be willing to step outside the lines. You have to be ready to go against the grain, to carve your own way even when others doubt you. The world may try to convince you that your dreams are too big, too bold, too unrealistic, but remember this: the world was built by people who dream big, by people who refuse to be confined by the expectations of their time. So when you look at your life and imagine the future, do it with courage. Do it with belief in your boundless potential. Don't let anyone, not even yourself, tell you that you cannot reach the heights you desire. The only limits that exist are the ones you allow to exist. If you dream big, you give yourself permission to live beyond them. The world is waiting for you to rise up, to see the possibilities that others might miss, and to prove that dreaming big isn't just an aspiration, it's a reality waiting to unfold. Every dreamer faces setbacks, but it's how they bounce back that makes them extraordinary. You see, it's not the absence of challenges that defines greatness. It's the courage to keep going when the path gets tough. Every dreamer will encounter moments of doubt, periods of failure, and times when it feels like the world is against them. These moments aren't signs to quit, though. They're just part of the journey. Tests to see how committed you are to the dream you've chosen. The truth is, setbacks are not the end. They are merely stepping stones. They are the experiences that shape you, mold you, and prepare you for the success that's waiting on the other side. Think about the greatest achievements in history. They weren't built on smooth roads. The individuals who made a real impact, the ones who changed the world, did so through struggle. They faced rejection, failure, and loss, but they didn't let those things define them. Instead, they used each setback as a lesson, a stepping stone, a chance to grow stronger and wiser. When you dream big, you have to expect challenges. You have to expect the road to be rough at times, because that's where the true test lies. It's in those tough moments that you learn more about yourself than at any other point in your journey. Obstacles, whether internal or external, will always show up when you're striving for something great. There will be days when it feels like nothing is going right. You might question whether you're cut out for the challenge. But in those moments of doubt, ask yourself this: what's on the other side of this struggle? It's growth. It's resilience. It's the strength you need to reach the next level. Every obstacle you overcome builds you into the person you need to be to achieve your dreams. Without struggle, there is no growth. Without failure, there is no success. Embrace the struggle, because it's in the struggle that you truly grow. It's in facing the hardest moments that you develop the skills, the mental fortitude, and the emotional resilience that will carry you through to victory. When you face setbacks, you have a choice. You can let them defeat you, or you can choose to rise stronger. It's your response to adversity that defines your journey. Will you rise or stay down? Will you keep pushing when things get tough, or will you quit when it feels easier to give up? The difference between those who achieve their dreams and those who don't is simple. Those who persevere through the obstacles are the ones who get closer to their goals. The struggle is not something to be feared, it's something to be embraced. It's a reminder that you are on the right path, that you are pushing towards something greater than yourself. Every time you push through an obstacle, you are strengthening your resolve, proving to yourself that you have what it takes to overcome anything. And as you continue, you'll see that the obstacles start to lose their power over you. What once felt like an insurmountable challenge will become just another part of the journey, another lesson learned, and another step closer to the dream you are destined to achieve. Dreamers don't play it safe. They're not afraid to fail, because they understand that failure isn't the end, it's a lesson. While most people live their lives avoiding risk, staying within the confines of what feels comfortable, dreamers have a different mindset. They know that in order to accomplish something great, to make a real impact, you must be willing to step outside the box, to take chances that others deem too risky or too bold. They don't allow the fear of failure to hold them back. In fact, they welcome it, knowing that with every failure, they are learning, evolving, and moving one step closer to success. It's through their willingness to take those risks, to dare to fail, that they achieve the greatness they envision. Most people would rather play it safe. It's natural to want to avoid failure, to stay in a place where you're comfortable and secure, but comfort is the enemy of progress. If you want to achieve anything extraordinary, you have to be willing to leave behind the safety net and step into the unknown. Dreamers understand this better than anyone. They know that safety doesn't lead to greatness. It's the courageous act of stepping into the uncertain, of taking risks that others wouldn't dare to take, that allows them to go beyond the limits of what others think is possible. If you're not willing to fail, you'll never be able to push the boundaries of what's achievable. Failure isn't a punishment. It's a powerful tool that teaches you more than success ever could. Every time you fail, you gain something invaluable, experience. You learn what works and what doesn't, what to avoid and what to embrace. Each setback is a building block toward your eventual success. Without failure, there is no growth. Without risk, there is no reward. Dreamers understand this fundamental truth. They know that the road to success isn't a straight line, but a winding path filled with bumps, detours, and challenges. It's not about avoiding failure, but about embracing it, learning from it, and using it as a stepping stone to something greater. To achieve greatness, you must take risks that others are too afraid to take. It's easy to stay on the well-trodden path, to follow the footsteps of those who have come before you, to do what everyone else is doing. But that's not how dreams are realized. The world is full of people who play it safe, who stay within their comfort zones, who choose the easy route. And yet, we remember the dreamers, the ones who dared to step into the unknown, the ones who followed their own path, even when others told them they were crazy, even when the odds were stacked against them. It is those individuals who change the world. It's those who choose risk over comfort, who are willing to fail again and again, who ultimately achieve greatness. Risk means uncertainty. It means stepping into a world where the outcome is unknown, where there's no guarantee of success. But without risk, there is no reward. Dreamers know that in order to accomplish anything remarkable, they must be willing to face the unknown. They must push past the fear and doubt, even when the world tells them they are crazy, even when everyone around them says it's not possible. It is in those moments when everything seems uncertain and the odds seem impossible that the dreamers rise. They rise because they understand that the greatest rewards come from the greatest risks. If you don't take risks, you're simply settling for the status quo. You're saying, I'm okay with where I am, and I'm not willing to reach for something greater. But if you're not willing to reach for something greater, you'll never know what you could have achieved. The courage to go after what others deem impossible is what makes a dreamer shine. Dreamers don't look at the challenges ahead of them and say, that's too hard. Instead, they look at the challenges and say, I'm ready for this. I'll find a way. They know that the path to success is rarely easy, but they are willing to put in the work, take the risks, and face the obstacles because they have a vision that's bigger than their fear. They don't wait for the perfect moment because they know there is no such thing. They understand that every moment is the perfect moment to take action. The dreamers are the ones who step forward, not because they are guaranteed success, but because they are committed to their vision, no matter the odds. Dreamers take risks because they are motivated by something deeper than fear. They are driven by passion, by purpose, and by the desire to create something meaningful. They don't fear failure because they know that failure is not the opposite of success. It's part of the journey. Every failure is a lesson, a teaching moment that brings them closer to their goals. When others are too afraid to take that leap, the dreamers are the ones who jump. And in that leap, they discover their true potential, breaking barriers and achieving things they never thought possible. So, if you want to achieve greatness, you have to be willing to risk it all. You have to embrace the uncertainty, face the challenges, and accept the possibility of failure. But don't be afraid of that failure. Let it fuel your determination. The dreamers know that it's not about playing it safe. It's about chasing those bold dreams, taking the risk that others won't, and having the courage to fail, learn, and keep going. The road to success is never easy, but it's the dreamers, the ones who take the risks, face the fears, and keep moving forward, that ultimately make the impossible possible. Big dreams don't come overnight. There is no magic formula, no secret shortcut, no easy path that leads to success. Those who have achieved greatness didn't do so because they were born into the right circumstances or because they had a stroke of luck. They achieved it because they never stopped trying. The journey to realizing your dreams is often long, challenging, and filled with uncertainty. It is not the swiftest, the easiest, or the most glamorous route, It's the one who keeps going, who keeps pushing, even when everything seems stacked against them, who ultimately succeeds. Persistence is the difference between those who dream big and those who realize those dreams. It's the one trait that guarantees you will eventually break through the barriers standing in your way. The road to success is paved with failures, setbacks, and obstacles. But while others may see these hurdles as reasons to quit, the true dreamers see them as opportunities to learn, grow, and get better. They understand that the path to achieving something great is never linear. There are twists and turns, unexpected detours, and sometimes it feels like you're walking in circles. But through all of that, they persist. They hold on to the vision in their mind and the belief in their heart that the reward is worth the struggle. They know that greatness is not achieved in a single leap, but through countless small steps, many of which may not even seem significant at the time. Persistence is not about never facing difficulty. It's about facing difficulty and refusing to be defeated by it. It's about getting knocked down and getting back up again and again. It's about waking up every morning with the same drive, the same hunger, the same belief that today could be the day you get one step closer to your dream. Big dreams are not realized in an instant, but in the commitment to put in the work day after day, no matter how many times you face rejection, no matter how many times the road gets rough. It's not the moments of triumph that define you. It's how you handle the setbacks. It's the strength you show when things aren't going your way that builds your character and moves you closer to your goals. One of the most powerful things about persistence is that it keeps your momentum going. When doubt and fear try to creep in, persistence reminds you to keep moving forward. Every single step, no matter how small, is progress. The key is to never let the challenges stop you in your tracks. Doubt can be a powerful force. It can make you question everything, your abilities, your worth, and your potential. Fear can paralyze you, making the unknown feel like a daunting mountain too steep to climb. But persistence is the antidote to both. It pushes you through moments of uncertainty and doubt. It forces you to keep going when everything inside of you tells you to stop. When fear tries to hold you back, persistence gives you the strength to take that one more step, and then the next, and the next. Eventually, those steps add up to something monumental. When you are persistent, you are saying to the world, I will not be stopped. You are saying to yourself, no matter how many times I fall, I will rise again. No matter how many people doubt me, I will believe in myself. And it is that unwavering belief that keeps you going when the world around you says it's impossible. Success doesn't happen because someone is perfect. It happens because someone refuses to give up. The greatest dreamers, the ones who have made their mark on the world, didn't give up when the odds were against them. They kept going when no one else believed it could be done. They pushed forward when every logical voice in their mind said it was too hard, too risky, or too late. Persistence isn't about being flawless. It's about being resilient. It's about knowing that the road is long and that it will take everything you have, but that it's worth it in the end. Never let doubt or fear steal your momentum. They will try, of course. Every dreamer faces them, and it's impossible to completely silence those voices of uncertainty, but you have the power to push through them. You have the power to recognize when doubt is creeping in and to choose to take the next step regardless. The more persistent you are, the less power fear and doubt will have over you. When you refuse to stop moving, even in the face of uncertainty, you build momentum that can carry you through the hardest times. Momentum is a powerful force. It keeps you moving when you don't feel like it. It propels you forward when the destination seems too far off. And the only way to build momentum is through persistence. You have to keep showing up, even when it feels like you're not getting closer to your goal. You have to keep going even when the results aren't immediately visible. The beauty of persistence is that it compounds over time. Each day you stick with it, each day you push through the obstacles, you get stronger. You gain more knowledge, more skills, and more resilience. It doesn't matter how many times you fail, how many mistakes you make. What matters is that you keep moving forward. Success isn't built on perfection. It's built on the willingness to stay the course, even when it feels like nothing is happening. The key is to trust the process. Trust that every effort is bringing you one step closer, even if you can't see it yet. Every time you choose persistence over fear, over doubt, you are creating momentum. And that momentum will eventually carry you to the place where your dreams become reality. So if you want to achieve your big dreams, don't let setbacks or fears take away your momentum. Stay persistent. Keep putting in the work. The road may be long and the obstacles may seem insurmountable, but with persistence, anything is possible. The journey of a dreamer is never solitary. It may feel like it at times, especially when you're working tirelessly toward your goal, facing obstacles that no one else seems to understand. But the reality is, no one achieves greatness in isolation. When you dream big, you are not just pursuing a personal vision, you are becoming a beacon for others to follow. Your dreams, your actions, and your perseverance serve as a source of inspiration for those around you, encouraging them to chase their own aspirations, no matter how big or impossible they may seem. You may not always realize it, but the energy you put into your dream has the power to ignite the same spark in others. Dreamers do not succeed in a vacuum. They lift each other up, supporting and empowering others to reach for the stars. When you step out into the world with your big dreams, you are essentially setting an example for others. You are showing them that it's possible to transcend the limitations that society or circumstance might impose on them. You are proving that with enough dedication, courage, and resilience, dreams can become a reality. And this is where the true power of dreaming big lies. Not just in the fulfillment of your own desires, but in the ripple effect that your journey creates. As you persist and push through your challenges, you inspire others to do the same. They see the way you handle adversity, the way you move forward, even when the road is rough, and they begin to believe that they too can achieve greatness. Dreamers lift each other up. They share their lessons learned, their wisdom gained, and their encouragement with others who are also pursuing their dreams. In the world of dreamers, there is no competition, only collaboration. Because a dreamer knows that the success of one person is a victory for all. They understand that there is room for everyone at the top. When one dreamer rises, they make it easier for others to rise as well. By chasing their dreams fearlessly, they create a culture of possibility, a culture where people feel empowered to go after what they want, knowing they are not alone in the pursuit. When you dream big and share your journey with the world, you break down the walls of doubt and fear that hold others back. You show them that the impossible is not only possible, but achievable. The world is full of people who settle for what is comfortable, who stay within the lines, and who let their dreams wither away because they believe they are too big or too unrealistic. But dreamers know differently. They understand that greatness is not for a select few. It's available to anyone who is willing to take the risk, put in the work, and never give up. Your determination, your resilience, and your courage can serve as a guide for others, lighting the way for those who are still afraid to take the first step. Through your vision and perseverance, You spark a fire in others that can change the world. Every time you push past your limits, every time you overcome an obstacle, you give others permission to do the same. They see your perseverance in the face of adversity, and it reminds them that they too can overcome whatever challenges they are facing. Your actions inspire them to keep going, to believe in their own potential, and to reach higher than they ever thought possible. It's a powerful and contagious energy. The fire you ignite in others spreads, creating a wave of change that touches not just your own life, but the lives of everyone around you. This is the beauty of dreaming big. It doesn't just change your life, it can change the lives of countless others. By believing in your dreams, you set off a chain reaction that encourages others to believe in theirs. The world needs dreamers, not just to achieve their own goals, but to create a collective energy of hope, courage, and possibility. Each dreamer who pursues their path with passion and purpose becomes a part of a larger movement, a movement that shifts the very fabric of society. Dreamers are not just changing their own destinies. They are transforming the world by inspiring others to reach beyond the limitations they've been taught to accept. And this doesn't just apply to the grand, world-changing dreams. It applies to every dream, no matter how small it may seem in comparison. Every dreamer who steps out with the courage to try, to risk, and to persevere creates a ripple effect that can touch the lives of others. You may never know the full extent of your impact, but rest assured that your dream is making a difference. The person who sees you fighting for your dream and is inspired to fight for theirs. The person who watches you refuse to give up and decides that they won't give up either. These small, everyday victories accumulate, and soon you'll find that your dream has not only changed your life, but it has transformed the lives of those around you. In a world where so many people settle for less, where mediocrity is often the default, dreamers are the ones who push the boundaries, who ask the big questions, and who challenge the status quo. And when they do this, they show others that it's okay to dream big. They give others permission to aspire to greatness. They prove that dreams are not just for the lucky or the talented, but for anyone with the heart and the courage to pursue them. The journey of a dreamer may begin alone, but it never stays that way. As you rise, so too do those around you, lifting each other up in a shared vision of what's possible. And together, dreamers can change the world, one vision at a time.